Cool. You finally broke up with a shitty boyfriend, moved into your own place, and let yourself feel a bunch of stuff that you've been repressing.
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
So I guess kind of, and this is where I went back to therapy again, but kind of just like to acknowledge the fact that like I had felt like it kind of unpack some of the shame-based things. Like I had carried around like stuff like I had disappointed people for not getting, or I had not gotten the job I should have gotten at a law school. I should have been married by now. All my friends were married and had kids. They're getting their shit together. I was restarting over with, I had endured a bad relationship that I probably extended, partly because I didn't want to fail at it, but I had failed at it. My finances weren't great. Like I was doing lots of random legal work, contract stuff for money. My life was not how I imagined it. It was just, I felt like, I guess part of it is unpacking is being embarrassed that you're kind of comparing that everyone else was seeming had passed you. Mm-hmm. Like my entire social circle was moved on like legit, or like everyone had their shit together except for me, which was not true then or now, but that's how I kind of felt.
Perceive it. Yeah. No, I mean, I feel like that's what your 20s are, at least for me. That's what they are. It's like, oh, cool. Like everybody seems to have it together.
Yeah, I was 28 then, so it will peak a little bit more. Yeah.
No, I know. I'm 24. I'm still.
When your friends all have kids, it's like, oh, shall I have kids?
Yeah.
That's a terrible reason to have kids, by the way. That your friends all have them.
Right. You remember that you didn't have to be ashamed of your own thoughts. Nothing is good or bad. It just is. So what does that mean? So what type of thoughts would you have that you would be ashamed of?
Experiences like I shouldn't be anxious. I shouldn't be, or this situation is like bad. I think it's starting to wind up judging things. So like, and this is kind of amped up way more in my business as I've developed professionally, but like to make the mistake of judging something, it's just a circumstance. Like it is not.
You don't have to take an opinion on every little thing.
Yes.
Like, just like embrace it, endure it, go through it.
Yes. Like I have a mark on my arm. It's not good or bad. It's just a mark on my arm. I make up the value I give it. Yeah. And same for like one's relative position in their career or something like that. Like people like, I was giving way too much negative value to things that were objectively neutral. Like I thought the fact that I even was thinking of that area as like a particular, like a rock bottoming thing was particularly like judging it. Like it didn't need to be judged. It was just a step. Mm-hmm. Like everyone has steps. Things didn't go exactly as planned, but that might be a good thing or a bad thing. It just serves it's just whatever it serves you to get to from point A to point B, to kind of detach from being wound up in like all that.
Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense.
More meditation and journaling. Less drinking and like less trying to avoid your feelings, which is what I realized at the time. I was like using alcohol to like avoid feeling things.
Jesus.
Just like that wasn't like It's like I could be drunk and be happier. So just have a couple drinks and hang out and be happier. I was like, no, be sad. It's okay to be sad. Just hang out and sad for a while and see where that takes you.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's one of the most difficult things. I don't know. As I'm growing into adulthood, it's like, yeah, Jesus, that is
people
really
want you
tough.
to be happy. People
all the time.
People get upset that you're not happy.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I feel like how I feel.
Yeah.
And that's it. You don't have to apologize. You don't have to apologize for that. Right. Like something made me feel sad.
I'm gonna be sad. Yeah.
That's it. I don't have to perform to be happy. I don't have to pretend to be happy for you.
Yeah, that's huge. I struggle with that. I normally like, I don't know. Yeah, it's attached.
It will always be. For me. It's been like it was like an arc. It's never going to be perfect, but you have to constantly remind yourself of like, oh, I'm giving this value, and why do you care what someone else thinks about it? And if they actually care about you, they won't judge it. They'll just be like, oh, you're sad, or. Which is disconcerting with my husband. Like, I almost broke up with him because he was too nice. So like he was disconcertingly a nice person. I thought he must be a psychopath.